We are live. We are direct with Trudy. How are you doing, sister? Speak to me. Another 3K client signed. How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you to have me on, Jay. I'm happy to be here and to have a chat with you. Yes, signed another 3K client, paying in full.
Paid in full. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And we're upping our rates, aren't we? We're upping our rates to 4K, then 5K, right? For
Yeah,
next.
yeah, 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 yeah. We are, and we are excited. So
No, okay. Tell them a little bit about what you do and your background and in terms of how you serve people. You might even find a client that might watch this. So, tell them what you do. So
yeah, yeah. So I am an online business strategist. Some people can call me coach, and I help female coaches in particular build and grow their coaching business and sign, their first one-on-one high ticket clients. So if
amazing.
right now they are selling sessions or they haven't even signed clients at all, I am actually the go-to person to help them do so in a very simple way without the overwhelm and the stress that comes with having these complicated funnels and sales pages. You don't need all of that. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
Amazing. Simplicity is absolutely queen and you keep it simple. But tell us, like, where were you before? Because I know that we've been in the similar circles and things like this. But,
Yeah.
but but in terms of your business, like where were you before, and what was the bottleneck that you're thinking I might need to change here?
Yeah, so before we collaborated with one another, I was signing clients. However, I didn't have a clear, predictable strategy in place that I could do day in, day out to kind of predict the clients that would come in into my business. And I felt like that was something that I was really missing. Like, okay, I wake up today, what do I do in order to even have conversations going? And that was the biggest bottleneck, I have to be honest, because I wasn't really building a pipeline day over day or week over week. Therefore, not really signing clients continuously. But since we have been working together, it has become very clear on the actions that you can take and the control that you can have over your income. Like you can almost, you cannot, that's entrepreneurship. You're never certain of your income, but you can sort of predict where you will land on, and that's what I needed. And I'm so happy that I have that clarity right now. Like, okay, I wake up, I know what kind of money generating activities I can get myself in order to get in front of my clients and help them,
Okay.
serve them first and foremost.
No, very, very clear. I love the way you speak, and I can see why you sign clients because you're very clear in your communication. But what made you sign with me? Because I know that we were speaking about approaches and adding value and identity, identity complements, and looking into people's beliefs and values and really feeling them. They feel heard and like listened to. But what made you say, okay, let me work with Jay? What was it in particular that made you say, yeah, let me work with Jay?
Yeah. So I think my decision was based on how I felt during our first call, right? I hopped on a whiteboard session with you, and the way you conducted that presentation already felt like, hey, this is something that I could potentially do for my clients because it felt it felt natural. I wasn't just like watching you. I was literally seeing something, and it becomes more tangible when someone can map something out visually for you. And also how you manage to instill empowerment in me. And that's also something that, when you're on a crossroad making a very important decision or investment, sometimes you need that person to just see your potential that you sometimes don't see, which is normal. So it's a combination of these two: the clarity that you provided through visualization and the way you see someone, their potential. That was actually what really drawed me to your methodology.
Yeah, because I guess we have in this industry a one size fits all type of things. Hey, you should just post content, or hey, do a masterclass and make that automated. Where one size does not fit all, and I think it's the power. But tell me, what works for you? You mentioned daily money making activities. So other people might be, watching this thinking, oh, like I'm not sure what to do and like these sorts of things. So maybe lay out, okay, on a daily basis, what are the three things that means that your pipeline always has people to help serve and make offers to? What are the three things? Yeah, lay that out.
I would say this is also a mindset thing, especially when you're starting out that you don't see an influx of clients. You have to realize that clients are everywhere, right? Like when you as like clients are everywhere on your phone, when you the moment you step outside, the moment you have a drink at your coffee, your favorite coffee shop, clients are there. And the moment where you realize that, then your world becomes your oyster, actually. So what I do is, since we are in this online space, is I love to just be the conversation starter.
Mm,
Not necessarily like what's in it for me, but just like bring people together, bring my ideal clients together so that they have a conversation with one another.
wow.
And then also just reach out to people, not to sell, not to pitch, not to make them even consider me, just to have just to build authentic relationships. And I feel like a lot of people have forgotten why social media was created in the first place, is to network with one another. And a lot of people are hesitant to do that. And I'm like, but if you're hesitant to connect with people on social media, then you're missing the point. You have to get over that. And I felt like once that wall went down, it just made sense. If I say good morning to someone and the person just walks by, that's fine. That's not really my problem. I said good morning, right? So that's my whole approach with reaching out to people, just starting a conversation and genuinely just appreciating the work that they're doing if something caught my attention. And when you even do that, you will easily see that on a daily, you can start at least five conversations
Wow.
with people that genuinely appreciate you saying good morning to them, because even social media is starting to feel lonely and cold because people are not even interacting with one another. So that's one. And when you've already have a list of people, you can just follow up with them like, "Hey, how's business going?" That's the same thing you would do with your best friend, right? "Hey, I saw you started up, you launched. How's it going?" With no intention necessarily to pitch, but just like, okay, where she or he's at. So that's what I do. And also make use of other platforms, like everywhere where you have people following you or they've given you permission to reach out to them. So either they're friends with you, they're in your contact list, they're on your email list, they've given you the permission to talk to them. So that's what I do. I just be creative with that. Okay, where do I want to go now? Who do I want to talk to? Where can I still build, nurture relationships? And trust me when I say every day you can commit at least 1 or 2 hours doing this. I mean, if you can work 40 hours for a boss, what's 2 hours working in business doing this? So
No, you've really really hit the nail on the head. Like I want to take us down memory lane and like where it all started, if that's okay, just to see how this works. But this is where it all started. And how do you feel like sort of kind of looking back at our very first offer? And here's another thing, right? People think, oh, my offer, it needs to be the best offer. But correct me if I'm wrong, your offer can change multiple times, right? You don't have to like stick with the first offer. You shouldn't be so attached,
yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Or
100%. 100%.
yeah?
No, looking into this is you know, kind of being careful when it comes to what I'm doing. It's when I see this as slightly kind of insecurity still.
Okay. Yeah.
If I have to be honest with you,
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
hiding, still shying away of what I can actually help people with. But
Ooh.
yeah, again, as you said, offers changes over time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And content changes over time as well. And things like this. Um, and look, even here, like our very first presentation, it wasn't perfect, was it?
No, it was messy, but
It
still
was messy. It
you
was
learn while
messy.
doing it.
But however, and I see that smile on your face, it's almost as though the element of implementation. Some people spend 1 month, 2 months without even serving anybody. But it's like we got this together, we got in motion, we got serving, we got in that element, and then look, like 3 hours later, you know, you were able to. How did that feel? Like, so kind of, you get the presentation together, and then 3 hours later, like, yeah, like, so kind of getting the client under our belts, like 3 hours. How'd that feel?
It felt good because sometimes you're in your head, and that's why you invest in coaching, right? You
Hmm.
want to implement someone else their strategy because you want to learn something new. And
Yep.
sometimes, yeah, resistance can come with it as well because you're taken out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you might feel resistance sometimes, but then again, um you have to follow through and don't really have too much expectations initially because you have to master something first. But yeah,
Yes.
I, even when I did this messy action, it still gave me it still gave me a confirmation that people love to have things visual, um, especially in today coaching's industry where people are selling, whatever. This kind of brings the certainty back in that people need.
Oh wow. Why'd you say that? Why does the whiteboard method bring back the certainty? Like, what about this brings certainty? And why don't people want like a full breakdown of what's going to be in every single module and the videos that they get? Like, why does this beat big catalogs of courses and that people can consume? Like, what's the power in this, sister?
It breaks it just down and it focus really on the implementation part. Like people don't really care too much these days about, you know the topics. They believe that already. Okay, those are similar topics as the other coach. But when you do this, it also gives, to be honest with you, it shows that you're in it to help them, you're
Okay.
in it to serve them. So even asking 5, 6, 7K, it's just like, yeah, but no one is doing this.
Hmm.
Like no one has taken the time to go through this with me and create already something valuable up front. They will tell me, yeah, I need a new offer. But how?
Mm.
They tell me I need a new personal brand. What does that even mean? And if you can already give one piece of the whole pie away in a session, it shows that you're in it for them.
Yeah. And then, from there it was two clients in 3 days.
Yeah.
You were on a complete roll there.
Yeah.
How did that feel in terms of, and you've seen the power of momentum, right? Like this happening, then that happening, and then this happening, and things like this. Tell me about the power of momentum.
It's good. You need momentums to also get a reality check whenever sometimes you feel like you're slowed down, right? Because
Mm,
that's gonna happen for sure.
yeah.
I've been it as well. You know that I've had weeks where I'm like, oh, Jay, it's not moving. I it's slow, it's quiet. Da, 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 da.
Hmm.
Two things here. I could have said, your strategy doesn't work. I quit. I don't want to coach anymore. I'm done. I've been doing the most, not and getting the least.
Hmm.
But that's the thing with you being have perseverance. You just move, you go, you trust the process, you trust that your input brings the output, and you have
Ooh,
to also
stop,
be.
stop. I can see why you're signing clients here. I can see why you are signing clients. Yenko, look
Yeah,
at
you have to,
this.
you also have to bring the mirror back to yourself and ask yourself like, hey, your input, does it need to bring a 5K client, or is there still work to do? And I had to make that assessment, like, but Trudy, what are you doing?
Mm,
Like, are you following through?
mm,
Are you reaching out to 10 people a day?
mm. Yeah.
Are you making offers? Are you
Hmm.
inviting people on a call?
Hmm.
And before that, the answer was like, no. Like, yeah, you try a little bit, but you have to be real that your input brings out a certain output, and that's the reality of it. It's easy mathematics. Yeah.
That is powerful. That is powerful. What in terms of the program has helped you? Has it been the core reviews, the role plays, like what has been helpful in terms of the program? I know you're busy, you got a busy life, but you're still making time to like do what you have to do. But tell me, yeah, what about the program has been good for you?
Honestly, first and foremost, the fact that you're always there. Like, it's not just like we have a Q&A and you leave people in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some coaching program is just like, hey, bring your questions, 60 minutes up, and then you figure it out. So you're always there when I have questions, DMs, we will hop on calls. So you're there every step of the way, like providing tips. You give you the I think that is the most, in my opinion, the close proximity that we have together
Mm-hmm.
um, has really helped me. The fact that no question is too much um, has helped, and also the and also the way, to be honest, the game changer has been as well, like really honing into the skill of qualification. um
Stop there because I was about to ask you about that, right? Like the difference between a prospect that has intent and interest.
yeah,
Would you like to go into that? Because I think that is the game changer, right? Because if we are only speaking with people who have got intent and we're able to show our value, then it's like
yeah,
either they have the money or they have the motivation to find the money, correct? If they've got intent. And so speaking to people that have got intent, qualified people, I think is the game changer. Do you want to elaborate on that, please?
yeah. So here's the thing. I struggled also with, I was talking to everyone and I was getting overwhelmed. I was like, there has to be a different way, like, how do I find these people that, as you're saying, have intent? uh, I didn't know. I had no clue. So when you broke it down again in a whiteboard session, like, hey, these are your qualifying pillars, follow through. Okay, sometimes you could, but stick to these pillars in order to qualify for your business. It became easy. Like on a daily, if you maybe carve out 90 minutes, you know exactly how to use your 90 minutes wisely in order to get yourself in front of people that are actually looking for help and are looking to invest for help. It just became very clear. Okay, boom, yes. So you can see it from afar. And even then, I'm not perfect, right? But that's why sometimes I still ask you, like, hey, what do you think of this? And then you will put the question back to me, like, but no, what do you think of it? And so I would say these things they have been very valuable in your coaching, in your coaching program.
Okay. And what would you say to anyone thinking of hopping on a program like this? That's 100% implementation in a sense, right? Like there's no Kajabi videos, to over consumers. Like, hey, let's implement, let's take calls, let's modify. What would you say to anyone thinking about maybe working with myself?
Um, it's I think it's brilliant because it removes all the shiny object syndromes there. Like you get to focus, and I feel like the moment where you are focused, that's when you can build momentums, as we were saying. So it's just like leaves the fluff. As you're saying, there are no videos. It's just like we hop on a call, we pull up a whiteboard, we start making notes, scratches, whatever. But it's just clear. It's just you don't need all of these. Yes, you could have made videos, but yeah, I like let's hop on a call, let's talk, let's I don't know. It's just like very hands on implementing, getting certain results, bringing it back, get feedback, tweak it, doing it again. It's just like go, 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 go. And I feel like with implementation, you build momentum quicker than with videos. And I'm not saying videos are not good. Of course,
They're
like
good, of course, yeah.
I've bought courses before as well, but I've seen the difference. I've been in coaching containers where I had to watch videos and then use the one-on-one time just for Q&A. And I've been in now your program where there's none of that. And I've seen how quickly you get there. Obviously, it's a different price point, but that's the thing. Do you want to invest and move quicker, or do you want to invest in a lower price, but then it still kind of leaves you a bit in the dark. It
Hmm.
still leaves you with questions. It still leaves you with going back to your old way of working. So yeah, the answer is pretty easy.
And what's the vision for? Let them know about your vision. Like, how would you like to impact? Because this is not a get rich quick or something that you're thinking. This is in your soul. This is something that women love to be around you. I see it. Like they really love being in your aura. They're impressed by you and they want some of that. What's your vision?
Vision of my business, you mean?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
Oh, like I have the biggest visions for my business. So it's called the Digital Dreamers Hub. And ideally, what I want to do is to bring female coaches together at a amazing event
Yeah.
that will help them to network, where we have panelists, where we talk about on topic discussions that are going on, that
Amazing.
people doing that event, people even find their first clients.
Amazing.
They do elevator pitches. So yeah, no, bringing it offline, my business. It has been the biggest dream to do that. And I know it will come about.
Okay. And final question. There might be someone in your shoes who is thinking, hey, look, I want to sign my first premium clients. Look, Trudy's making it look easy. And what three pieces of advice would you give to people who are looking to sign their first premium clients, like hit 10K, get their first 10, 15,
Yeah.
20K under their belts? Like, what three pieces of advice would you give them?
First advice would be get ready to invest in help. I feel like sometimes female coaches lean only on their expertise, and then having an ego thinking, but I'm good at what I do 100%. But you have to get good at sales and marketing to bring clients. And that's the difference that a lot of female coaches mix up together. So I feel like that's the first thing. Stop wasting time, Um, start investing in knowledge, like get into rooms and learn from people that are doing it, learn from that people learn from you, right? Coming to close proximity with you. And then second thing would be um, everything worth having takes time. So you have to know that even though when people will work with you, you share all the strategy. It takes time to master something. But then again, just be okay to take messy actions. Be okay to mess up the whiteboard session. It's absolutely fine. You're doing it. And realizing that a lot of people are not even doing what you're doing because they're so scared.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Mm.
People look up to you. The fact that you're taking sales calls, presenting your premium offer without even shaking. You're saying 5K or 3K as if it's nothing, right?
Mhm.
So that's a second tip that I would say, that give it time. Give it
Mhm.
time, do it while it's messy. And um three would be also having the right mindset.
Ooh.
The mindset thing, I think that comes actually first. Believe in your own capabilities, that you have what it takes to help someone from A to B. You didn't decide to be a coach just for the sake of it, right? You
Mhm.
actually have something to bring. And I feel like a lot of people are scared to really craft a program promise, because they're like, but wait a second, I can never promise people this.
Mhm.
Of course, like, people have to do the work. But
Of course.
again, if you cannot promise anything in this DNA where day and age where people want certainty, people are not going to invest premium.
Mhm.
People
Yeah.
people want at least a program promise. Okay, 12 weeks we're working together. What am I getting?
Yeah.
Don't say I'm going to help you make you become happy. Happy how?
Mm.
Don't say you're going to be healthy. Healthy how? Don't say
Mm.
you're going to get money. Money how?
Mhm.
And I feel like people still keep it vague because they're like, oh, no, 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 I don't want to burn my fingers. But
Mhm.
if you don't be bold and trust in your own capability, and I think maybe sometimes it's needed for you to go hard.
Yeah.
Okay, then I should go hard and make sure I get
Mhm.
clients results, and
Mhm.
go. And then if it needs to go above and beyond, you know, after working times, that you still reply on that email, so be it.
Mhm.
Just to prove to yourself that, hey, okay, now people are getting clients. See,
Mhm.
to get that validation.
Amazing. And can we add great points, by the way? Great points. I want to rewatch this and maybe take some notes in terms of what you're saying, because it's quite powerful. But I think, can we also say that when we start at the level of implementation, then it means it takes a lot of things off the plate. Like, I've seen some of the work that you do for your prospects. It's like, wow, you made that for her already. It's taking a
Yeah,
problem off her plate. A
yeah,
problem that was maybe weighing down for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. It's off her plate already.
yeah,
So it's like, that's absolutely amazing. And then also, we have to be willing to give the key insights that turn the needle.
yeah,
Hey, target corporate women who are wanting to get to six figures, but want to get to six figures with balance and family time. Win-win. So they're not going to be stressed. You're going to help to regulate things, and like, that's absolutely powerful as well. And at the top level, identity, because we know that our right strategy with their wrong mindset is not going to work. So we have to be able to call out our clients and say, hey, why are you doing this for? Who is going to suffer if you do not produce your content, if you do not make the offers?
yeah,
Your prospects will suffer, and maybe in your family, who will suffer if you don't reach your potential? So it's like, when we lay down, like, who is going to be negatively affected, prospects and our family and ourselves. It's like, wow, they're going to be negatively affected. And who could be positively affected? All of those three stakeholders. So it's like, we're not doing this for ourselves, but we're doing this for a reason. You've been absolutely fantastic today. Thank you for hopping on, Trudy.
yeah. No worries. It was great having a chat with you, Jay. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me on this
Uh,
call.
yeah, amazing. And look, if you want to start using the whiteboard as Trudy is doing so well, just write whiteboard below to get your free audit in order how to sign high ticket clients. And February, like 20K month for us. Are we looking at, sister? 20K month in Feb?
Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Let's push for it because it's more than possible. So, anything is impossible is nothing. Sky is not the limit, it's the beginning. Let's
Yeah.
go. Thank you, thank you, thank you.